friends, Ferdaus Najafi here and welcome to my channel. Before we start, please subscribe if you are new to my channel and like and share, and we go right in the video. I have a very important question for you. Are you still in your comfort zone or have you stepped in to your growth zone? Wait a minute, Ferdaus. What is growth zone and what is comfort zone? What are you talking about? Before I explain what the comfort zone and what the growth zone is, let me tell you a story. Before I finished high school, I wanted to apply to a university which had both engineering and designing subject in it. My parents wished that I find a university near, so I didn't need to move from home. But the only university I found, it was in northern Sweden, 1,500 kilometers up. Here I had two choices. The first choice was to find a university close by, so I didn't need to move from the comfort of my home and being with my parents, and also didn't need to pay for the rent, for the food, and because they really supported me. But the problem was that I wouldn't find the subject that I would really study, and it was kind of my dream, because everywhere I was searching in that time, it was like either you are an engineer or you are a designer, but I wanted both things mixed, and the only university that I found this mixture, it was in northern Sweden. And the second option, it was to choose a university far from home, far from my parents. It was in a city full of snow, and it was snowing almost all of the year, and it was always dark. Actually, the temperature could drop to minus 40 degrees, but in return I would study a subject that I would love. Keep in mind, to be a Middle Eastern girl, the youngest, that never traveled somewhere by myself, this decision was very hard, and it also was a very uncomfortable decision to make. In the end, I made my decision and I decided to study the engineering program in northern Sweden, but I still didn't know how my parents would take that. It was very shocking for my parents. It was very hard for them to let their little girl travel to somewhere they never seen. But when my father saw how much I wanted that, and I explained for him why I want this university, what was the reasons, one day he came to my room and told me, Ferdaus, you can go to northern Sweden and study the subject that you love, but in one condition. And I said, oh my god, yes, anything, I accepted. I didn't know what was the condition, and I was accepting it. I was so happy. He then handed me three papers full of questions on the both sides. He said to me, if you answer these questions, then you are free to go. And I said, what questions? And I was reading these questions. It was like, how much is the temperature there? What clothes should I have? What if I arrive late in the airport? Who will give me the keys? Like the practical question, like any parent would be worried for their child. How would the practical things would be solved? And I was calling. I went to call the university and know how everything works, how cold it was, what clothes I need to have. And I was writing down all the answers. And after 1-2 days, I was finished. And I came to my father and said, here you are. Here you have all the answers for your questions. And I was free to go. Thank you so much, Dad. You always take care of me and you always believe in me. Thank you so much, both of you, Mom and Dad. I love you so much. I got my parents' approval, but I didn't know what I'm going to get myself into. It wasn't easy to leave my parents, and I didn't know that from that day on I'm going to be responsible for everything. To travel, to move, to buy food, to buy books, to pay the bills, everything. Wash the dishes, make the laundry, because I actually didn't do any of these before, because my parents take care of everything. But this way I was really getting independent 150%. It was very hard in the beginning, but I learned more than I expected. As I said, I was so independent. My self-confidence raised 500%. I was finding a job myself, paying my bills, doing everything actually. I know some might think this is easy to move. It's normal, but for me it wasn't a normal thing. For the culture I'm coming from, to be the youngest girl, to be the Middle Eastern girl, and living in this culture, it wasn't easy at all. It was like I'm going to Mars. It wasn't easy at all to leave my parents. This was a big decision for me. Now we go back to the comfort zone. Comfort zone is a state of mind that wouldn't let you take so much risks. So the main thing in comfort zone is that you live in stress-free and risk-free zone. It is actually a defense mechanism that your mind doesn't want you to do anything that is risky or unfamiliar thing, to don't put you in a risk, to make you safe, to always be safe. But the person in the prison also safe person, right? If you look at it this way, it is also a survive mechanism that doesn't let you do risky things, so you always survive, and it doesn't let you taking risks that make you to be in a danger. So it's actually a good thing. But the problem is, if you are in this zone, then there's not so much growth in the comfort zone, and without growth and achievement you are not going to feel happy. So there's always a fight between the comfort zone and the growth zone. The mind doesn't let you to do things that is unfamiliar, and the growth zone wants you to, and the feeling of happiness makes you want to do things, want to take risks. So there's always fighting there, you know. But one thing is for sure, the choice is always yours. You decide to step in the growth zone or stay in the comfort zone. The choice is yours. We always have this fight every day in every decision we make. It is a battle of zones. It's like nice, the battle of zones. It's like the Game of Thrones, the battle of zones, something like that. But to make this battle easier, you can take small decisions that is outside of your comfort zone, and then they will become a habit. And when it become a habit, it will be in your comfort zone again, and your comfort zone will be wider and wider and wider. So if I go back to my story and connect the dots together, when I was in my comfort zone, I could be at home with my parents, and actually, when I think about it, I wouldn't be the person I am today if I was choosing the comfort zone. Because when I went and traveled by myself and got independent, I learned a lot of things. I learned a lot of things about myself I didn't know. And when I was traveling, I was calling my mother, how you do this, how you do that. It wasn't an easy journey, no, at all. I'm not saying that. It is very hard. But I am so happy that I took this decision because of the person I am today. And I never stop learning. I love learning. I love to grow. This makes me happy. So what I wish for you, that you always think, if you feel you are comfortable, then there's something wrong. You need to take a step to the next level, and you are the one who take this decision. No one else will take it for you. So my friends, decide to take one action today that is outside of your comfort zone. A small action, just one action, but a small one. It doesn't need to be a big decision. Make one decision, one action that is outside of your comfort zone. Maybe you want to wake up earlier, you want to read 1 page a day, maybe you want to exercise twice a week or more or less. Just do something that is outside of your comfort zone. It's not a habit yet, but if you do it, a small thing, you do it every day, then it will be a habit and you will make your comfort zone wider and wider. So my friends, design your mind, design your life. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and share if you like it. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and see you on the next one. I love you all. Thank you so much.